So hi everybody. So in the previous class we have completed chapter 2 and now we are moving towards the new chapter that is so called applications of MHD. Okay, we are moving towards the new chapter that is applications of MHD. In that umbrella, first we are going to study magnetostatics. Okay, magnetostatics. The name itself, statics, says static means you are understanding that there will be no magnetic field. No, it is not. So magnetostatics means deals with the study of an electrically conducting fluid at rest in the presence of magnetic field. Means the velocity is zero but the magnetic field is present. Means in the presence of magnetic field we are going to study the static fluid, means when the fluid is at rest. Okay, or you can also define it as the study of magnetic fields in systems where currents are steady. Okay, where the currents are steady. As you know, in magnetic field, in MHD, the basic equations as continuity equation as del dot q is equal to 0 and the momentum equation as rho into del q by del t plus q dot del of q is equal to minus gradient of p plus rho into g plus mu f into del square q plus j cross b. Okay, this is your momentum equation, and magnetic induction equation is given by del h by del t is equal to curl of q cross h plus nu m into del square h plus nu m into del square h, and then the solenoidal property del dot h is equal to 0. These are the main four equations we come across, basic equations come across magnetohydrodynamics. Okay. By definition of magnetostatics, you observe that the fluid at rest. The fluid is at rest. It does not mean that there are no force acting on the system. Fluid is at rest means, so it does not mean that there will be no forces acting on the system. It means that there are forces acting on the system and the total force is 0. Means the balancing of force. What are the forces? Pressure force, gravitational force means body force, and Lorentz force becomes 0. While Q is equal to 0, there will be no viscous force, because when Q is equal to 0, this term will tends to 0 and this term will tends to 0. It means that the sum of the forces like pressure force, so gravitational force means body force, and Lorentz force becomes 0. Okay, so it does not mean that there will be no forces. Okay, now it is only sum of these is equal to 0 when the fluid is at rest. Okay, therefore magnetostatic means, so there will be, velocity must be equal to 0. Now, so we have to derive the basic equations for magnetostatics. Then, so how do you get the basic equations of magnetostatics? So there will be no separate equations for magnetostatics. Our usual MHD equations are nothing but the basic equations of magnetostatics, but in which, so wherever you find Q, so you have to replace it by 0. Means, so by putting Q is equal to 0 in the basic equations of classical MHD, so your usual MHD basic equations, you are going to get the basic equations of magnetostatics. As you know, the first equation you won't get anything, because when Q is equal to 0, 0 is equal to 0. But in the second equation, you are going to get, so when Q is equal to 0, both the terms become 0 and also the viscous term becomes 0. Remaining is 0 is equal to minus gradient of P plus rho into G plus J cross B. So this is the one of the basic equation. So coming from the momentum equation. So this one magnetic induction equation, by putting Q is equal to 0, you are going to get this term as 0. Then the equation becomes del H by del T is equal to nu m into del square H. Nu m into del square H. Okay. And so magnetic induction equation remains as it is because there will be no velocity term, no q term, so that's why it remains as it is. Okay, so these three are the basic equations of magnetostatics. Okay, now let us see one theorem for this. So ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ in magnetostatics means when q is equal to 0 in magnetostatics, show that J cross B is irrotational. J cross B, the vector J cross B, I mean the Lorentz force is irrotational. Okay, irrotational. And okay, also you have to prove J and B lines, means current lines and magnetic field lines, are lie on the surface P plus omega is equal to a constant. P plus omega is equal to a constant. So what is the statement? The statement says in magnetostatics means when Q is equal to 0, you have to prove the Lorentz force means J cross B is an irrotational force. Okay, is an irrotational force, and J and B lines are lie on the surface. So P plus omega is equal to constant. So you will notice ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಲೈ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೂವ್? ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಂಜೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಂಜೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್. Then to prove irrotational, what you have to prove? In fluid mechanics, you already studied that. So any vector A is irrotational, surely you know curl of that vector must be equal to 0. Curl of some vector is equal to 0 means that vector is irrotational. That's why to prove J cross B is irrotational, it is sufficient to show curl of J cross B must be equal to 0. Curl of J cross B must be equal to 0. Now let us prove the momentum equation in magnetostatics is given by, so this is the momentum equation in magnetostatics, because magnetostatics means you have to replace Q by 0. Then you are going to get this equation. This is nothing but the momentum equation for the magnetostatics. What is that? Minus gradient of P plus rho into G plus J cross B must be equal to 0. Is it right? Must be equal to 0. You know, the gravitational force is always conservative. That's why you know how to write the gravitational force. You can write it as minus gradient of some omega. Minus gradient of some omega anteli nanu fluid mechanics alli nimage helkottini. Okay? So using this equation can be written as J cross B must be equal to gradient of P plus omega anta baritini. Baribodenappa? So you can write like this, right? Now, so call this equation as some star. By taking the curl on both sides of this equation, what you are going to get? You are going to get curl of J cross B must be equal to curl of gradient of, right, P plus omega. But from one of the vector identity, you know that curl of a gradient must be equal to 0. That's why this is equal to 0. What's equal to 0? Curl of J cross B is equal to 0. Then what it means? It means that this vector is conservative. So this proves that the vector B, sorry, not conservative, irrotational. Okay. This proves that the vector J cross B is irrotational. Okay. J cross B means the Lorentz force is irrotational. Right? Irrotational. Okay. So now you have to prove the magnetic field lines J and current lines J and magnetic field lines B lies on the surface P plus omega is equal to constant anta prove madbeku. Okay. So to prove this, again consider the equation star. What it says? It says, so J cross B is equal to gradient of P plus omega. Gradient of P plus omega. Is it right? So now I am going to consider the surface P plus omega is equal to a constant. P plus omega is equal to constant. We know that. So gradient of P plus omega, gradient of P plus omega is always normal to the surface. Means if it is the surface, it always in the direction of unit normal. It is always in the direction of, perpendicular to the surface. Nodi, one vector is antandre, there will be three components. One is normal component, binormal component and tangential component. Okay. Here, gradient of P plus omega always must be in the direction of normal to the surface. Okay. At any point, right? So again, from this, this equation, it proves that so J cross B also must be in the form of, must be in the normal direction. Is it right? So ನಿಮಗೆ RHS normal direction ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ, so obviously the LHS must be in the same direction, means it must be in the normal direction to the surface. Okay. So then what do you mean? So it means that J cross B, okay, it means that J cross B must be tangent to the surface. ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು? It must be tangent to the surface, right? It must be tangent to the surface. ನೋಡಿ, ಎರಡು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ A ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು, B ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು, ಎರಡು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Therefore, so J lines and B lines, that is current lines and magnetic field lines, must be lie on the surface P plus omega is equal to constant. Okay. So ಏನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು? So they must be lie on the surface. Tangents ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು? So they must lie on the surface P plus omega is equal to constant. Okay. So this is the proof for this one. So next, so we have to study what is force free magnetic fields. Now we are moving towards the another concept, that is so called force free magnetic field. Force free magnetic field. Magnetic field. Okay. So force free magnetic field andre ಏನಪ್ಪಾ? A force free magnetic field is one where the Lorentz force is zero everywhere. Means J cross B must be equal to zero everywhere. Okay. That is so called ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? So force free magnetic field. Force free magnetic field means it is one where the Lorentz force is zero everywhere in the fluid. Okay. That is magnetic field B is said to be force free magnetic field. So if the magnetic field lines and current lines are parallel, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ದ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಝೀರೋ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನರ್ಥ? ದೇ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ. ದೇ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್. ಹಿಯರ್ J cross B is equal to zero means, okay, means it means that force free magnetic field, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ force free magnetic field ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? J lines and B lines, current lines and magnetic field lines are parallel everywhere. Do you got it? Right? Thus force free magnetic field alli, so yavaglu J cross B is equal to zero. Once again, so listen to me. So force free magnetic field means J cross B is equal to zero, means Lorentz force must be zero. As you know, a curl, cross product of two vector must be zero, means those two vectors are parallel. Therefore, by this we mean that, a magnetic field B is said to be force free magnetic field. It means that the current lines and magnetic field lines and J and B, magnetic field lines and current lines are parallel. Okay. So now using Ampere's law, now, so by definition of, force free magnetic field, J cross B is equal to zero. So from Ampere's law, so curl of H is equal to J. Curl of H is equal to J. Is it right? Now by taking cross product of B on both sides, what you are going to get? You are going to get curl of H cross B. cross B is equal to J cross B is equal to J cross B. ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಿ ನ ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಏನು, ದಿಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 0 by definition of force free magnetic field. Then what you are going to get, curl of H cross B must be equal to 0. But also you can write H ನೇನ್ ಬರಿಬಹುದು, you know B is equal to mu into H ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. So that's why again you can write this H as B. That's why curl of B cross B must be equal to 0. Again ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಒಂದು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಒಂದು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್. So two vectors are ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, cross product of two vectors is equal to 0. Then what it means? It means that so curl of B and B are parallel to each other. Curl of B and B are parallel to each other. Parallel ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, they must satisfy. Curl of B must be, ನೋಡಿ, A and B are parallel means what do you mean? You mean that A is equal to some alpha into B. Alpha is scalar. In the similar manner, so curl of B and B are so parallel means curl of B must be equal to some alpha into B. Some alpha into B, where this alpha is proportionality constant. This alpha is proportionality constant, and it is known as it is either this proportionality constant alpha is either purely a constant or must be a function of both position and time. Position means x, y, z, time means t. If it is, it must be either purely a constant, or if it is not constant, then it must be a function of both position and time. So now we are going to derive basic equations for force free magnetic field. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಿ. ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಲೊರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ 0. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಂಪಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಲಾ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸೊ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಒನ್ ಸೊ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ curl of B and B are parallel. It means that curl of B is equal to alpha into B, where alpha is proportionality constant, and this is either purely a constant or must be a function of both position as well as time. So thank you, take care.